used by both Enola Gay and Boxcar for the missions to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But it was only 4,500 feet long. It's all in that book you just got. Right. All the statistics and everything are in there.
I have to imagine there's no vegetation, right? Completely flat. You could see like everywhere.
We would have seen, if we would have been back here in 45, we'd have been passing all kinds of B-29s parked everywhere.
Everywhere. This is left over just the way it was done, or was it refurbished over the years? Was any work done over it?
Never been refurbished.
Never been refurbished. This is the original.
Everything you see here is exactly the way it was. That is the Japanese headquarters. Wild cows kept falling in here, and the boys didn't like cleaning it out, and so they said, the mayor said, well, then fill it up with dirt. So they just took some dirt from here, stuck it in there, filled it up, put a plumeria and a coconut tree in it. Morning of August 7th, Tibbets was the most famous man in the world.
Yeah, sure.
All over the world, every newspaper in the world had a story, with a picture of Paul Tibbets, a picture of the Enola Gay, right? And a picture of the mushroom cloud, right? And President Truman saying, okay, we've got this bomb and we used it, right? We don't want to use it again, but unless you surrender now, right, we will use it again. There was no surrender. The military clique was, arguing among themselves and not listening, not paying attention to the emperor. They decided to go ahead and do the mission. And that was when Paul Tibbets decided not to fly the second mission. He was already famous. The bomb was loaded into Enola Gay over there at that bomb pit. Right. Then they just pulled it right up here. And right there is right where Deke Parsons got down to Bombay and made sure that he had all the tools and everything that he needed to be able to arm it in flight.
Right.
Now, the next morning, at about 3 o'clock, after breakfast, he's on this taxiway. Of course, you can't. The B-29 has a 190-foot wingspan. The jungle wasn't here. Those trees weren't here. That was 80 years ago.
80 years ago, yeah.
Now, there were 3 other planes that had already taken off an hour before him.
Okay.
Those were the weather aircraft.
Right.
So there were 3 different identified potential targets for that day. Hiroshima was the primary target. So those planes took off and they were to radio back to Tibbets and give him a weather report on each of those 3.
About an hour difference, is that correct?
Yeah. Okay. There were 2 other aircraft that took off with him. One of them was a photographic plane, right? That was going to take pictures of the explosion.
Yeah.
And the other one was an observer's aircraft. During the 60th anniversary, Paul Tibbets returned to Tinian. And so I cornered him and got him into my car.
Okay.
And we did this because I wanted to know from him, right, exactly what was going through his mind at this time.
Right.
Because their planes had crashed on takeoff. Right. So he told me that, he knew that he was going to need every inch of runway. Right. So he said he pulled all as far down here as far as he could.
Right.
And then turned the plane
over here
onto the runway. towards the runway.
Yeah.
All right. So now he's sitting here. Okay.
We're standing on the runway where the Enola Gay took off on August 6, 1945, almost exactly 80 years ago, where Enola Gay would be standing ready to take off. And this is the original tarmac, and then we renewed exactly how it was.
So he parks here for a few minutes, and they go through all the last minute checkouts.
Right,
They've
right.
got a checkout list to go
Right.
through. He didn't tell them what this bomb was until after they were airborne. As we drive down,
Yeah.
you're going to notice changes in the complexion
I see.
of the construction. Right, of the runway.
Right.
That's because they didn't know what they were doing back then when they were paving this.
Right.
They didn't know what the right mixture should be, right? So I think what they did was they experimented with 4 different mixtures, because you'll see that some lasted better than others.
I see.
So they start rolling right here. It's dark.
Right.
There are no planes parked along the edge.
Right.
Right. They're the only ones on the runway.
Right.
Except there are crash crews. They got an atomic bomb.
Right.
If that plane, something happens to it and it blows an engine or something, they got to get that damn bomb out of there quick. Right. So that they can save the bomb, even if they lose the bomber.
Right.
But one thing to keep in mind, Tibbets had the perfect plane. When he got to Wendover Air Force Base and took command of the 509th Composite Group, right? He then flew directly to the B-29 factory, and he said, I want to have your best plane. So the foreman walked him down the line, and he picked one, and he says, that plane. So he had the perfect plane. He had the perfect crew. He was allowed to choose any crew members he wanted, wherever they were assigned, whatever job they had.
Right. And those was the old crew, right? That he flew together with them in Europe as well.
He flew with them in Europe. He flew with them in North Africa. Right. So he had the perfect plane, the perfect crew, and the weather was perfect. Right.
So Enola Gay flew this direction, while the sports car went the opposite direction.
He came out the other taxiway.
Taxiway. Because of the wind, it was blowing this way. That's why. And then you said how long it is? 1 mile?
8,500 feet. A mile is 5,280 feet. So it's about a mile and a half. Right about here.
That's Tibbets talking to you, right?
Yeah. He said that Bob Lewis, his co-pilot, started saying, "You got to pull out, Paul. You got to pull out, Paul. We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it." And then his voice started getting animated, right? We're not going to make it. We're not going to make it. Tibbets said, "Shut up!" All right. Got the metal to the pedal. Norman Ramsey standing right over here, watching it, seeing that they're not off the ground yet. Not off the ground yet. Tibbets told me right about here. The wheels left the ground.
Oh my God! And we're not even 100 meters off. Like
that's the end of the runway right there. And there's nothing on the other side of that but clear blue ocean.
We're standing here where both the atom bombs that exploded in Japan were assembled.
That little concrete slab over there, right? There was a little hut on it. I don't think you can even see it because of the ground. Right. But that's where they had an air dryer.
Which they rename air conditioner. It's what you were.
Yes.
Is that what you said?
It was a primitive air conditioner, which made this one of the most popular buildings on the island.
Right.
Right. But also they had a refrigerator in this little room over here, right? And inside the refrigerator, of course, there was an ice component, right? And so this was one of the few places on the island where they could put ice in their scotch.
And they did.
Yeah, they did.